Voice is sounding silky, Scotty boy.
Yeah, mate, better than it did yesterday anyway.
That's what I like.
Come on then, boys, we're on. There you go, live.
We're alive.
Live.
First things first. Oh, fucking hell, there we go.
Yeah, get on that.
Welcome to Chasing the Sun, Sunrise Studios.
Have a drop of that.
Cheers.
Yay. Go on.
Drink to that.
So, Chasing the Sun, you guys are the Lanes. Is it the Lanes or Lanes?
It's just lanes.
Lanes.
L-A-N-E-S.
Why
With
Lanes
dots
and
on
not
the
the
C.
Lanes?
Because it stands for something, Jay. I wonder if you can work out what it means. I'll give you 50 quid if you can work out what it stands
I
for.
did read the acronym, but
Did ya?
Yeah.
It stands for Love and New Encouraged Stories, which
Where did that come from?
come from Bill, actually.
Bill.
Yeah.
Go on, Bill.
Bill, yeah.
Oh, the old Bill.
Bill the bass. Yeah,
Bill.
come from Bill. He
Bill.
He
It's
dropped,
Bill.
he dropped it in the WhatsApp and I fell in love with it straight away. And quite fittingly, actually, when the first album comes out, that's going to be the title of the album, Love and New Encouraged Stories. Because then what you've basically got, you've got a self-titled album with a title as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. I think that's. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before.
No, it did come out of nowhere as well. Like, I think we were scratching
One of
around
them
for a
ones
name.
that
but
just
one
fell out
of-
the sky.
It's always that's the best way. You know? If you're
Yeah.
sitting overthink things, then
Yeah, I guess we should give a bit of background, obviously, how we all know each other, because Chasing the Sun, for me, is going to be a interview series for people that are in my immediate network. It's going to be primarily people that are trying to escape the normality of life, the mundane,
Life
your
on
9
their
to
terms.
5. Exactly. And I guess, you know, being in a band and wanting to be a rock star is the ultimate way to do it, you know what I mean? Footballer, rags to riches. Any failed footballers in the band? Yeah. Oh,
three of them,
all of us. Oh,
dodgy knees.
yeah. Not so much. Goalkeeper. Maybe.
Last one picked in PE.
Discovered drinking, suddenly I was the best.
Yeah.
Last night standing. King of the sesh. So obviously I know you. Well, I guess I met you first, Jay. From the sesh.
Yeah.
You were yay high. Used to knock about with your brother. Used to go round to yours with your mum, your dad, and Jay.
I was only younger, mate.
No, yeah.
I was a nipper, like.
Yeah.
I've got memories like
Going
coming
wrestling
around when
figures.
wrestling figures on the floor and all that.
I was
now
always-
we're sat here like this.
The wrestling figure.
The ultimate warrior.
Honestly, man, I swear to God, it is very, very
That
strange. I will say, like, we was having a chat about this the other day about how the universe works, because obviously I met you through Jay when I was a kid, and I've got fond memories like back from them days. And then you see what I was doing with the music, and you was always saying to me I should be doing more, and then you put me in touch with Bob, and now we're all sat here, like.
It's nice, isn't it?
I would never have pictured this like 12, 18 months ago.
No, it's perfect.
No.
But we're here, like. And it amazes me, like.
Yeah,
It really
and
does.
then Ed, I met you growing up through Lee, one of our mutual
Yeah,
pals.
mutual pal, yeah.
Used to go out. Where did we used to go? Ballroom, them kind of places.
Yeah.
Literary.
Opera was one.
Yeah, they was the one. And then
I feel like a bit of a baby. Sorry,
yeah.
The
I
old
was still in
one.
that days when you lot started going out.
Yeah, this the other day. If I'd have got started early on the child making front, you could be my boy. That's the difference today.
That's beautiful.
Oh, don't.
And then you
I don't know
Bobby,
why.
most recently. So, you know, how did we come to?
I was thinking about this the other day. I think it was Cookie, because I was friends with Cookie on Facebook, and then I used to see your posts and that, and they were proper inspirational. So I just added you up on that.
Are you still on Facebook?
No, man, I'm not. No, I had to duck
He's
out
like a
of
ghost
that.
star.
I'm a ghost star. No,
Yeah.
I've just I had to knock Facebook in the head, man. It was too much for me personally. I love Instagram and that.
I think it's dying a death.
I think it is.
You're
Personally,
a bit
I
of a
think it
social
is.
whiz, isn't you? What do you think? Facebook? I think Instagram's definitely a place to be.
It's one of them things. You either use it or you let it use you. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like cause and effect. Do you know what I mean? People that moan fucking social media.
I think it can be very powerful in both negative and positive aspect. 100%, man.
The opportunity is that we're spending more time now looking at our phones than we do the TV,
We
the
have
radio.
ever. Yeah, exactly.
My brother done it last night. He called an Uber. He was so busy on his phone. He's got out the lift, sat in the back of the car, went, "Yeah, Connor, mate," and it was the neighbour, the geezer from down on balcony, sitting in front. Oh, sorry, mate. But yeah, walking out like that.
When you talk about social media, you say people don't get together anymore because of social media, but by the same time, social media's brought us all together here today.
Oh,
So
yeah,
swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, it's the effort we put in, but you're right, the online environment, I think, is, you know, bearing in mind we spend most time looking in our phones now is
Yeah.
more important than, you know, it's like that thing, you are like the 5 people, most 5 people that you knock about.
Yeah,
with.
exactly. Yeah.
100% true, do you know what I mean?
100% true.
And that's like the people that you follow. It's got to the point where I've just started fucking hiring and firing off of my things. Like, if I'm like, it's 3 strikes and you're out. If I see 3 like things that like, I'm
That
just
you're
like,
not agreeing with.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
later.
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah.
I've got less of pain threshold. Like, I'm 1 and I'm like, bleh,
So going back to, so how did you guys meet? How did you come to? So I recognise the talent in Scott from early. You know, like as soon as I heard him sit, because he was sending me songs, you know, and cooking. Yeah. And I knew he had something. You know, both songwriting, the voice.
Yeah.
You know, and without sounding cliche. You know, Liam and Noel Gallagher kind of combined. Listening to the stuff within the last 48 hours, there's hints of stereophonics in there.
I get that a lot, man. I get that a lot.
Yeah. And then I said, obviously, Bobby manages bands, and I was like, you know, you need to go and speak to Bobby. So I just said, like, directed you to Bob.
Do you know what I
and
say about this though?
He tried to palm me off at
relentless.
first.
He was
Yeah.
relentless. I did. You know why? Because that's what I'm thinking with social media. It's so easy to be dismissive about things.
Yeah,
But he was like,
adamant.
it was
Made
adamant.
it
It was
happen.
like,
You
listen.
gotta
And
make
then
it
when I
happen.
did listen, I was like,
Oh.
I could have missed that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, even warming up, man, I was like, fucking hell. I
Right.
didn't like, he's come on a long way since I last heard him. And obviously I only seen what is put up on the internet. So if it's, but just being in that environment, do you know what I mean? I was just like, rah, like actually feeling it came through me. No, that's
He's,
fucking doorbell, man.
I knew that he was. It took about 2 minutes. When actually he sat down and not even that as well. He's like a social monster as well. So he came to gigs that I was at. Do you know what I mean? And we formed a friendship first and foremost. I think he reminds me a lot of myself as well. But in terms of talent, like
Don't say that.
I mean, talent-wise, he's up there and I'm down there. But if I can kind of try and steer him in the right direction, then I'm happy. But as soon as I heard the tunes that he's bringing up, Shane,
mate.
honestly,
Yeah.
next level.
But even just the covers, man. I wondered, do you want to be a spaceman? I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm tempted to finish this today with a fucking sing along. Do you know what I mean? Depending on how much we drink, it may actually happen. It's like,
Yeah, another couple of glasses of the old Bollinger.
yeah. So how far have you guys got? So you got together, because originally it was Scott Kerwin Music.
It was.
I've still got that page.
No, it's not about the page. It was
You mean
like
like
you were
the
gonna,
whole- the
yeah.
idea,
And then
yeah,
what
yeah,
then
yeah.
inspired you to get into a band, and then because you was also in a band then.
Yeah, we brother on a couple of
Was
pals.
it the Doors?
The Roofs.
The
Oh,
Roofs.
I
I knew it's some part of a roof. Yeah, some part of a house.
The Architroves.
Yeah, everyone had.
The other
Jim
one,
Morrison,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, what was the name of the band he was in? It?
The Roofs, we brother a couple of pals, yeah,
Had
but
that tune English
Were they on
Beach.
fire? Or?
yeah, English Beach was on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like other people had shit to do, and then just constantly doing your job as well, like fucking promoters and all that driving you mad.
It's hard work, man, isn't it?
And then
Yeah.
Scotty, the drummer, Scotty Stewart.
Hey!
Because I've seen you've done a lot of gigs, ain't you?
Yeah,
And I've
yeah,
always
yeah.
wanted to come down, but I'm fucking in that thing now. It's like if I go out and put myself in that environment, exactly. There is like
Especially
off
when
runs.
I'm
Yeah,
Do you reckon that'll happen?
100.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It's like, so I just refrain
Can't
now.
scare the stage.
Yeah.
Can't scare the
Yeah.
stage.
So just don't put yourself in them environments, you know what I mean?
How would you have said that it went from Scotty Kerwin to Lanes? Probably a
So-
Buffalo, wouldn't it?
It was quite a pretty smooth transition. I think the first session at Buffalo, I realised very quickly. Sorry, mate. I realised very.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're capturing the audio actually.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I realised very, very quickly that when it comes to the first recording session for like the first sessions on MSI and taking me over, which we're going to play in a little while, I realised very quickly that I'd need a bass player and a drum player, and I thought rather than go with, you know, sort of random session musician, I wanted to work with people that I worked with before, and that's the first people that I would have picked over anyone was Bill and Scott.
You've
man,
got
because-
history with them, haven't you?
Yeah, because of like Casual Karma in the past, and which all went Pete Tong, but that's a story for another day.
I think we've all got bands behind us that
Yeah.
went Pete Tong at some stage or another.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about that a bit later. So then what happened? Did it come to you taking songs into the studio and then needing musicians?
That's exactly it. Yeah, and I thought, as I said to Bob, I thought I'd rather than say to JB, right, I need 2 session musicians. I'd rather work with people I've worked with before who get the type of music I'm trying to write and make. Do you know what I mean? And it worked a treat. And then the second session, obviously, that's when Scotty got Ed involved, and it just went from there. And it was like, are we going to keep this as like a solo thing? And I just thought, I don't think I've got the gall to stay as Scott Kerbin when I've got 3 talented people behind me like that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's such a
The goal or the confidence?
No, the goal.
Yeah.
He's got the
No, that's what I wanted to find out. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, why are you not doing it on your own? Do you know what I mean? But now, hence, I really want to know what.
I've got the confidence more than anything. Like, I'll happily play in front of people on my own, regardless. But
yeah.
I think when you've got 3 talented blokes behind you, like Bill, Ed, and Scott, like it's such a collective thing. You need a collective name, and that's why we took the choice to go as Lanes.
Yeah. And that's good because, like, obviously, when Liam G left Oasis and then them 4 they went on, he did, yeah, exactly. And it was like, and then he found his success by then becoming Liam Gallagher, where BDI it was another band, and he was saying, you know, we're gonna blow Oasis out the water. You know, never did it. Exactly.
That's a silly thing to say.
Yeah.
A lot of bands in the early 2000s made that mistake, like Razor Light will come through. We're gonna be bigger than Oasis. I remember the Killers said it as well.
Mate.
All right, Brandon, mate.
So the landscape has changed so much, you know, and they weren't a lot. I mean, who else is coming through?
No one.
Lanes.
Yeah, this is it. And this is what I keep saying to people: the Great White Hope.
Well,
you guys, I swear on my
Where
life.
did you get that phrase from? Was that from a
I
film?
think it's a film. I think it's
a
like
boxer.
a boxing
It's
film.
a boxing film.
Yeah.
It means the next big boxer.
Yeah, it's like the last of the living rock stars. Apart from Liam and Noel, you know, Mick and Keith, and probably, you know, Townsend and Daltrey. Who else is coming through? You ain't got any of the big icons. You ain't got no, you know, like you can say Cop, but
There's no one.
Who do you know is actually a Coldplay fan?
They're all the same up Camden and that you see on nights out, you see at gigs, they're all the fucking same. Leather trousers, big hair, fucking think they're already rock stars at their first gig and that.
Yeah.
There's no just boys from the flats. That's what
shit kickers.
I think
and that was a part of my reason of getting that was this was like the logo before it became the one that we know and love. And it was like, you know, and I guess then I was kind of like, I had my guest list and I was like, I really want to represent this kind of somebody starting at the beginning of their journey. Exactly. And 5 working class lads, because it is, you know, all of these bands are manufactured now. There is no kind of 5 mates that get together and then.
That's what I was going to say. Like, what's happened to all the lads of council estates starting a band in a garage? You know what I mean? It doesn't exist anymore. I think music is in a worse state, probably the worst state. I'm only 22, obviously, but it's in the worst state I've ever seen it in my whole life. I think it's fallen into the hands of middle classes and people like 1975 and, you know, like Matt Healy and people like that. And I just think it's so upmarket. There isn't a place for people like us, but there is, because we're going to forge it regardless. Do you know what I mean? We're going to come in all guns blazing.
Well, the market
take
decides. You have to put yourself out there, and it's like the Arctic Monkeys. You could say that, and the songs spoke volumes. Do you know what I mean? But then
they even sold himself down the river.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
The first 2 albums, they could have took that back from Oasis.
They were in the prime position.
They were
But then they stopped singing about, you know, the stuff that we average Joe relate to. Do you know what I mean?
In an American accent.
Yeah.
Ain't that the difficulty that you use what propels you to a level of success, and
Yeah.
you become detached from what makes you
exactly.
successful. So how do you relate to that?
Yeah.
It's a difficult one.
And
But
I guess Oasis got a bit of that when they hit, you know, Be In Now and Standing on the Shoulders of
how
Giants.
difficult is it, James? Like, if I came up with one song, I'd be happy. To have an album, perfect. To have 2 albums, fantastic. To go 10 years, that's a hard ask.
Of course,
man. That's a hard ask. But by the same token, like, I think do you know what stuns me about his songwriting is the lyrical content for someone so young is fucking immense.
It's like it's got an old head on young shoulders.
Absolutely.
I've been told that from about 4, man. I remember in school people saying to me, like teachers saying, "Oh,
you have got an
old head on your
maturity
shoulders."
too,
I'll hang about with older people most of the time.
Say the lyric from See the Sun, Lay Down a Marker.
Lay down a marker, you're a fire starter, waiting for the sun. I like the one about.
Fucking genius, man.
We're going to play that in a minute. I think that song is like, sort of rock and roll style. It's about going out, having it like London town sort of thing, black cabs and city lights and all that. Do you know what I mean?
And you're still living it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what happens to a lot of these bands. They kind of get to a certain level of success and then lose that kind of that hunger, that thing of I'm going to do whatever it takes.
I ain't got a reason to write another album.
Do you know how many bands start on the basis of a fucking gyro check? Do you know what I mean? You're struggling for money. You're lucky if you get a bit of weed to last you the week.
It's like Conor McGregor. He was like the Oasis of, you know,
fighting.
And it was, he was. and he's got a boat. He's got a boat called the 188,
That's
which
really?
which is £188, €188 that you used to get every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So that's like a little thing of like, I'm never gonna
Respect Conor, win that boat, brother.
Yeah, and it's like he's the rock star of the UFC, and it's like, you know, fair enough, he's lost a few times, but he puts himself and
Still
he'll
goes
do
back for more.
exactly. That's what I'm saying, and you can't beat someone who never gives
You
up.
can't beat that 100.
This is the thing, you only lose when you quit.
Yeah.
When you stop, you're done. Until you get to that point where you stop. If you don't stop, you're never done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the future, going back to your question about what they've got done, Jay. They've got,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
They've got Taking Me Over.
Yeah.
In the can.
So what's
They've got-
taking me over?
It's
That's the first single.
Oh,
First
by the
single.
way, there's a release date for that.
Yeah.
isn't there?
Oh, okay.
So I can confirm for anyone watching this now that first.
Is this a Chasing the Sun
Chasing
with
the Sun-
exclusive?
World.
This is
World
exclusive.
exclusive.
World
I can
exclusive.
give you
Stop the
first
press. I'm
exclusive.
going to need another glass of champagne for this one.
I can
Excuse
confirm
me.
that the band's debut single "Take Me Over" will be released on all major platforms and outlets as of the 2nd of February.
What's that then? Digital download from Bobby. Are you going to put it on iTunes and
Yeah,
stuff? Where
obviously.
people are going to be able to get
It's
it?
everywhere.
Spotify,
It's on
Apple Music,
everything.
iTunes, Deezer,
It's on
anywhere.
everything. We use Ditto Music to do it.
So yeah,
Ditto.
Ditto. They've got like,
Ditto.
they've got like previous.
Is that like
with
the anchor of podcasting? That's what I want to do with this once I've got the...
No, Ditto's like a distribution service. So you've got a few, but we use Ditto just purely because of the basis that they've had success and they know what they're doing and all the rest of it. But
Wicked.
yeah, no, happy man. Like, to be honest, the bands we worked with in the past have always worked on their own release date. But I was looking at it the other day, just uploading it, watching it go like 87%, 90%. I've been working with these boys since September, Jay. Do you know what I mean? It's now fucking January. Like, we needed to get a move on.
That's
But
it.
to see that uploading, I'm like,
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a big
Finally.
milestone in
So
my
you-
life to finally get some actual proper
I
recorded
was thinking
music
that it
out,
must
man.
be because this kid's been working
I've
for
been
a long
doing,
time.
I've been
Yeah,
writing
yeah.
music since I was 14, 15 years old. That's 7 years. I'm 22.
Yeah.
I'm 23 this year, so it's basically 8 years. Like it's quite. I'm not proud a lot of the time, but I'm very
You
proud
should
to
be.
finally get some music out. Like,
You should be.
do you know what
I'm
I mean?
watching
Like,
the
fucking
I'm watching the studio footage. Again, there was that confidence, and you know, it's like, oh, a bit more of this and a bit more of that. It's almost like you really felt at ease and really comfortable
Yeah, I
in
do.
what you were doing.
Yeah, I
do you know
do,
what I mean?
man.
It's like
I do.
you're calling, you know. And
100%.
when you find that thing and you become aligned, it's like mad the way that I've like noticed it and then gone. You need to go
That's
and
what-
get
yeah,
on
that's
Bobby. Do
what
you know
I
what I mean?
mean.
And now
Now
Bobby's
we're-
singing, and
Yeah,
now we're like, it's come
I
full
do
circle,
truly-
and now we're.
I truly believe that people are put on this earth to do certain things, and mine is to make music.
Yeah.
That is it's simple as
I'd
that.
agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Simple as that.
And let's not just talk about it. Let's like me and Bob have a little thing on the side. Fucking do a song and let the public decide. You know?
Yeah,
What are you gonna
yeah.
do? What are you gonna start
We'll
with?
start with See the Sun. As
So
we're
we-
chasing the sun, we're going to see the sun.
I'm going to go for a P on that pint. Go for it, boys.
Well, this is where I'd normally go for a live now, but
Not that kind of party, man.
oh, here we go. There goes the new
Go.
TV.
None of that slidey business, boy. Right, this one's called See the Sun. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
bits.
I wanna see the sun. 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 Yeah, I wanna see the sun. Yeah, I wanna see the sun. I wanna see the sun. I wanna see the sun. Yeah, I wanna see the sun.
Hey!
Go on, boys. Go on, Elaine.
Love it.
That wasn't bad, was it?
Nah.
Wasn't bad at all.
So that's See the Sun. How did that come about?
That's the that tune's gonna go second, isn't it?
No, that'll be the opener for the Set Me Gig Live. That's a good question, Jay. How did that come about? I think that was.
No, it was Rattlesnake, wasn't it?
It was working on another
Yeah.
tune of ours called Rattlesnake Handshake.
And it kind of
And it just
like
kind
a
of.
love child from it.
Yeah, it kind
Yeah.
of spawned from that, if you like. I think it was me and Scotty were going around, like, just sort of feeling out of an
Got the
idea.
video of you two
ideas.
in there doing it the first
The
time.
first
ever,
time,
yeah.
and it's come from that. It's a bit rock and roll style. It's rings nicely and melodically on acoustic.
It's a
Like,
setup
and it's,
now,
it's,
isn't it?
it's,
Sounds
it's a
live,
nice
It's a stomper.
open a set of it. Obviously, when we do it full band, it's longer. There's a bit more
it's
of
a
a build up
stomper,
on it.
man.
Yeah, it's fucking full on in
You've
there.
got to come,
Yeah,
like,
and I noticed
you've got to come and see that.
Chop off.
again with the stuff online. Sonically, you're really strong. Do you know what I mean? You're already developing your own sound, which was
Yeah.
almost like recognisable, instantly recognisable with your voice as well.
I think See the Sun is going to be the next track that they release.
Yeah,
So it goes Take Me Over, which is a nice jumpy, upbeat number.
yeah.
But then that displays the level of versatility that there is within
I
the
think
band.
that's very important for a band to have that as well. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
all well, you know, like there's no point doing a like free single that sounds the same. Like, you're gonna go. I think I've ever heard a in my life.
It's commercial, isn't it?
It's
really
commercial song,
catchy,
and I hate
really-
using that word, but it is what
I
it is.
don't.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't,
You'd
because
be driving your
that's
van,
when you-
tapping your hands along to it,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
wherever you
People
are
would
with that,
romanticise
yeah.
this underground business, but you want to
You wanna
get in front of as
make a
many
living,
people as
mate.
possible.
Wanna make a living
Attention
out of it.
is the new currency. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see what the world has to say about that. But
Yeah,
Well, I was giving up.
they've got it in the bank, mate. They've got it in the bank. Put it that way.
yeah.
Happy days.
This is it. So what's next? So you've got your so you've recorded an EP.
No, so they've
So you've
got.
just got the single.
We've got
The single.
Are you being a B-sides band?
Well, the first single is just a standalone. We just wanted to get something out there. I suppose if we weren't so eager to get something out there, we would have
Yeah.
maybe taken more time. I've got songs.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of songs that I could have picked as a B-side.
He's got some.
He could have
Yeah.
a double album.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we
No.
just didn't have the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
we
And if you will do, that's what I'm saying. You want to strike while the iron's hot, and it is about
Yeah.
just getting out content. You know,
Do you know
starting
what we wanted to do, Jay? Is that every project that we've been involved in, or I've been involved in, is that you're always chasing the sun.
Yeah.
So you put out material. We're all weak. But you put that content, and then you might get caught on the hop because content is devoured so quickly now. So people go, "That's a good song. What else have you got?"
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Whoa,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
I've slaved over that.
Yeah.
But what we've done is here we've been a bit more sort of not calculated, but what we've done is we've got a backlog of material.
Mhm.
So they've got Taking Me Over ready to go on the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
They've got MSI in the can.
Yeah.
We're going down to, do you know Charlie Phelps from Manuka Hive?
No.
We're going down to a nice little, he's got a studio in Sheffield.
He does the swimming.
No.
That's how you felt. Yeah. Like to go along. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
My honest opinion.
My opinion.
That's how you.
That doesn't reflect.
That's how you don't get sued.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, but we're going down to Sheffield on 15th of Feb to do a recording session so we get 2 more in the can.
Cool.
So that we're ready. We've got a video for Take Me Over.
It works on
coming.
it. Big up Harry Osborne, man. You put in
Yeah,
hours,
big
mate.
ups Harry O.
Putting it
Big
out.
up.
Yeah, I've seen his. I really like his thing. You know, I'd like to connect with him.
He's
Because
a hard
obviously this
worker.
is all
Yeah.
new to me. Having chop and change content and stuff.
Does he live in Portsmouth or is he uni in Portsmouth?
He's at Uni at Portsmouth.
Uni at
He comes
Portsmouth.
from Billericay, which is where I was
Yeah.
living
He,
for about 10 years.
fair play to him,
coincidentally.
like,
He's a
when
guy.
Devon and Stacey.
First
yeah,
and
isn't it?
second,
Yeah.
first and second session at Buffalo, it comes to both, didn't he? All the way down train, man.
Yeah.
Spent all day filming.
It's a grafter.
Grafter,
Yeah.
man. Good,
Yeah,
good.
no,
I like that
Yeah.
footage, man. It's got that fucking.
It's just raw.
That-
It's got the
yeah,
quality,
that-
but it's also got rawness about it as
Yeah,
well. do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's honesty, do you know what I mean? Like, you can ask
Yeah.
them any question any day. All of them are honest as the day is long. This is what I
Yeah.
love about them, Jamie, is that they don't expect anything to be handed to them on a plate.
No.
But by the same token, they're just a bunch of honest, hard-working, working-class lads.
Yeah.
So they ain't going to give you any airs and graces, but they ain't going to talk shit either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If they
yeah,
can't back
yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
So it's been like so far so good, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy and I feel fucking.
So
positive.
you've got this in the pipeline. Like, where do you want to see yourself at the end of 2019? What's the kind of goal? You know, me being like,
Ask the boy.
Good question.
yeah.
Very good question.
So I mean, first things first. Where can people see you live? When are you gonna start gigging and stuff?
It's funny you should ask.
Drum roll.
So first gig.
Where we going today? Coach trip.
Should we bring we need a wheel. When's it gonna be today? For the Regis.
Benetton!
First gig, then come and see us. And we need a show of force. We need the
We
true
need a
talent
show
force,
of
man.
force.
The Good Mixer, Camden Town on the 16th of March as part of the Kick Out the Jams.
Kick out the
We're
jams.
opening up on the thing, we're on stage.
Oh,
seven-
Really,
seven-
really shame.
Oh yeah, not us.
Million night and now?
Yeah.
You're barding,
No,
yeah?
I can never get. I mean, I may be able to get barred now. But my old mum is Sarah. I would never ever get barred. I've got up to some
Yeah.
skullduggery in there. Like,
fair.
when you're mates with the boss, then
You're right.
Yeah.
No, but I have to say, hats off.
Teflon done.
Teflon done, nothing sticks. I have to say, namaste to Roger Kent, who sorted out the gig for us, and Kathy St. Luce as well. But yeah, the boys will be playing 16th of March.
7:45, I think.
Oh, Mixer.
Oh,
We're gonna-
16th of March. That's like basically Paddy's Day, but not.
We're ramming that
Yeah.
place,
Yeah, we're
mate.
gonna
We're
pack
gonna
that
take
place
the roof
out. It's
off
gonna
of
be
it.
So it's going to be the mixer, yeah?
The Mixer first
Oh,
off the
it's
bat.
basically spring, isn't it?
It's-
Nearly.
Do you know what I was saying to?
Yeah.
I was saying to
It's
him
near-
the other day. Like January and February are hard months.
Yeah,
but when
they
it comes
are.
to March,
Yeah.
spring's
This is
arriving,
it,
boy.
So it's like Paddy's Day. That's when people
Yeah.
go, oh, do you know what? At the end of the month, the clocks are going to go forward again.
We're
We're
coming
back
up.
in business.
The shorts
People start
come out,
feeling
mate.
alive again. Exactly.
We wanna
Yeah.
see
The
the
shorts
sun.
go on the
Cut
end.
the shorts
But
out.
do you know what? I've noticed in March we now have a little mini heat wave. God
A little
bless
taste though,
God,
innit?
global warming.
Yeah, man.
So if it's on that thing, I might even see you there.
Even better, innit? If
I'd
you
say
weren't there, I'd
no.
be devastated.
Yeah.
But hopefully, like, we'll get
I'm
a
going
show
to have to
full.
now, considering we've announced
Obviously,
it, you know,
yeah.
another
Obviously.
world exclusive.
That's 2 world exclusives on the first
Fucking
edition of Chasing
hell.
the Sun.
Yeah.
What has he got to come
You
for the
lot
rest of
are
this
sick
series?
fans.
man?
It's all downhill
All
after
I've got
this.
is champagne, protein cookies and gin.
Can I ask you a
Gin
question,
over.
Jake? Can
Yeah,
I
of
interview
course.
you?
Oh,
Oh, hello.
What is your goal with this Chasing the Sun series then, the podcast? What are the type of people you're going to have on it? Where are you going with it? What are you trying to
So,
achieve with it?
as I said, Chasing the Sun, you know, my journey is to do all of these things that successful people do and see where I can take it and basically become self-sufficient where I don't need to
Life on your own terms.
exactly.
basically.
So I'm not reliant on an employer. I'm building my brand, my personal brand, so people can tap into me. You know, and I've got people that I'm coaching now. You know, I've got another private one-to-one coaching client that I spoke to yesterday. Got lunch with you on Tuesday. So I want to get to a point where I'm replacing my income from my current job. Whilst I love my current job, it's
You
not
do,
something I
though,
want
don't
to
you?
do. Oh,
That's very rare to
immensely,
find.
because I really
You're
enjoy helping people.
Yeah.
And this is serving people. Like, I'm giving you guys a platform, do you know what I mean? At the same junction, like you're coming on and being a guest. Coaching your I want to help other people make changes in their life, what I have in mind. Because the way I feel now, and I think to myself, for the last 37 years, do you know what I mean? I've kind of walked away my life. Because once, self-awareness, like I discovered spirituality, that's like the book's up there. Everything changed for me, it's like a new kind of, not a belief system, but a new way of thinking. When you become more aware of what you're attracting, how people come into your life, why they come into your life, and then you can when you're
able to recognise that, I think you start to suss
and you
things out
start to
more.
then live your life with purpose.
Just to interject, I think the difference is I spent such a long time trying to satisfy myself and my own whims and all the rest of it. You ain't never going to be happy doing that.
100.
It's about serving other people. That's what
100%.
music is essentially, James. It's serving
100%.
other people. That's my ethos.
This
Is
is
to put
it.
music out to people so that they can enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think if your intentions are true and you're trying to serve other people, then
And this
there's
is the
no
other thing.
reason why you should be stopped.
So
Do you know
I
what I
had the conversation I had yesterday. I've not asked one person, "Oh, let me coach you." They've all come to me and said.
I think that's
so when you
that's
put,
important.
hence why this
Attraction,
social
not
media.
promotion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So when you put your little thing out
It's
and
a CA thing.
when you, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attraction, not
But
promotion.
this is it. So like the 12 steps, like
People see what they
spirituality,
want and then
Kabbalah,
they ask
Scientology, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat is like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it gives you a different way of thinking because a lot of people, they wake up with no purpose, with no passion, just like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen today, rather than, do you know what, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to change my state, then I know I can go and attack the day. I could, you know what I mean?
I have to say as well, kudos to this geezer.
Yeah, he's
because
on-
I've-
Oh, fucking brilliant. man.
what I've
Social
seen in the
media-wise-
past sort of 2 years, it's just astounding.
Do you know what I saw the other day?
Yeah,
You said something the
honestly.
other day and it really caught me on your Insta story, which is in 6 years you'll look back and see what I've done and
Yeah.
then you'll realise why I've done it. And I think
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah,
You've
yeah.
embraced
Oh,
the social
100%.
media culture.
Do you know how many people probably look at me going,
We're
what
the-
the fucking hell are you doing?
So what?
Yeah, no, exactly. But I still
Yeah.
got my pals messaging me from the sesh going, you fucking miss it. And I was
Right.
like, miss what?
No.
Miss what?
What
And
is
it
it
was
to
like,
miss?
the fucking dream
Saturday at
team.
5 in the
Like,
morning with a
and they
fucking
sent me a
cup nose,
photo
like.
from inside the
Come
shop
on,
doing a beer run out there picking. And I was like,
You're missing that, Jay,
yeah,
yeah.
of course
Just
not.
think about the Sunday morning.
Yeah,
Ah,
I never say never. And I
Fast forward
don't
the
judge
tape.
because, like, you know what I mean. But it's the return on investment. If I go and do that,
You want
it's
something.
2 days in bed, 3 days I
Yeah.
get depression.
Exactly,
I can't
yeah,
afford to do that because it detracts from what I
And
want to
even
do
that, after them
ultimately.
2 days, you ain't getting back into where you were previously.
Then you start
You're
shit
slow-
eating
basically-
shit,
basically
and
eating shit.
then you start
You're
that
playing-
downward
you're playing catch up.
momentum.
You're playing
You
catch
are,
up, downward
constantly.
spiral. You're
And-
giving yourself 2 weeks graft trying
Yeah.
to sort out a one night of
Yeah.
fucking week. Do you know what I mean?
And I've had messages from him. Do you know what I mean? Like on the old. You know, from the hangover saying, Jay, I think I've had enough of this. That's, bruv, you're fucking young. Live your life, do you know what I mean? Make all the mistakes now.
Get
You
out
will
of the way.
know when it's time to get off the fucking, the
Yeah,
merry-go-round.
you know,
And
you know.
it's a merry-go-round.
It is.
People get on it and they stay on it.
It's
and
not America,
it's like,
it's a fucking horror go round.
but it's
what it is.
people with
It's
that.
some
like,
sort of fake
it's
circus
for-
and we've all been invited.
It's for
so-
drifters.
It's a life.
It's for drifters that come together because they've got no purpose, and it's like let's feel alive together and forget about how we really feel.
But it's that
It's
hole
like
in the soul.
escape.
It's that hole in the soul, Jay,
Escapism.
isn't it? Like,
Exactly.
the same is-
It is
like I read this
escapism.
Russell Brand thing once, and he went, my mate's kid come up to me, and he went, I want something, I want a, I don't know, I want a can of Coke. And
Yeah.
the kid didn't know what he
What he
wanted.
wanted,
But
just
he's
wants
already showing
something.
that evidence for that
He
hole
does
in
it
the
every
soul.
night.
But it's that hole in the soul, and that's what I think music provides for me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, music is meditation for me, because if I'm playing music or I'm listening to music, I'm locked onto the lyrics, and it's
Yeah.
a mantra for my mind, so that my mind ain't thinking about the sesh or anything else that's nefarious or all the rest of it.
Of course.
So, music
And
for
this
me
is it.
is the escape. It is the escape.
Yeah.
It used to be football, but not anymore. Like,
No.
as you get older,
And legs go.
yeah,
it is, yeah,
and you
we-
realise you were dog shit. In reality,
Yeah.
no, but that's it.
We're creatures of habit, and you have to swap one for the other. So if you've got
Well,
a
you
bad
can't
habit, that
stop a habit.
no.
You can't stop
You
a
have to
bad
just
habit, you
replace
can
it with something
replace
else.
it. You know
And
that.
it's distraction. And for me, this thing of getting up early in the morning, of constantly challenging myself, of calling on a podcast, going live,
You know.
not
And
knowing
making it
whether
happen.
the lights are going to work, not whether the camera's going to work, the phone's going to work, all of this other stuff.
Cool,
Not-
You
yeah, and just
decide-
going, do you know what? Let's fucking work it out on
It's
the
a
day.
typical example of an obsessive compulsive behaviour in
Yeah.
a sense is that you are putting your mind into this social media stuff the same way that I would obsess about a line of gear. It's the same thing, like you're just putting that emphasis on towards something that's positive and that
Yeah,
will last longer, do you know what I mean? And that might benefit people.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, all power to the people that are trying to do
You
good.
put something on your story the other day, I think it's your story, or it might have been a post about saying there's most opportunity for growth when you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's so
100%.
true,
Like, well,
isn't
this
The
is
things
today.
that you
We
hate
didn't know whether
doing.
this was going to work or like whether it needed to
No,
be up,
I
like,
think we were late.
No, exactly. It's like, and that David Goggins, I've been watching a lot of his stuff, like, and at first I weren't ready for it because I was like, he's wired differently, and there was all of these excuses why he's different from us. Oh, some people are
is
just
that what
like
it boils
that.
down to though? Excuses.
Yeah, excuses.
100%. It's what we tell ourselves.
Excuses be
Why
gone,
we
isn't it?
can't. It's like, oh, they're just like that, and and he's like, no.
He had a
you
better
can- so
blur.
he's like, no, you can do it if you want to. And there's a great story of this other guy that lives with him for 30 days, and he's like, right, we're going to do 100 pull-ups.
What,
He's
he's
like,
like
I can't
modelling
even do
himself?
10 pull-ups. He's like, we're going to do 100 pull-ups. We're going to wait until you do it. There's no rush.
But we
And
didn't
it is,
do
and it's
yeah.
like,
Does he start modelling himself? Do you believe in that? Modelling your behaviour on people that have been successful in the past?
100%.
Right.
Find yourself a mentor. Find somebody who has what you
Alan
want.
McGee.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
like.
just
Yes,
and
Alan.
offer to
Good
work,
Alan.
offer to work for free for them. It's like some of the future guests that I've got coming on, I want to get into their oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There we go. Hey, it's like musical glasses. Yeah, some of the people coming on my show, I want to get into their network. You know, I want to know how their brain operates. You know, because our conditioning from the moment that we're born, you know, from our mum, our dad, and our education, we are like, you know, 9 times out of 10 we turn out like our parents. Because that's how we know. Rich people stay rich, poor people stay poor. For us to break out of that, we have to, and I keep telling people, and they go, oh, fucking affirmations. How we program ourselves is through repetition. Yeah. By me getting up every day at 5 AM and overcoming myself, I'm saying I'm in control. I'm not going to get up when I feel like it. I'm going to get up because I need to, because I want to.
Living with intention.
Exactly. 100%. So if you can do that, and it's like I fucking. And when I look back on last year, and I'd climbed a mountain, and I was like, I was thinking like, did I have some kind of like mental breakdown or like some kind of midlife crisis? You know, going to do sensory deprivation therapy. You know, putting yourself.
What was that like? What's that?
That is mental.
I've always been interested to do that.
I'll be frightened.
So you get into this pod, and it's got.
It's like you float in this water.
Yeah, and there's so much salt in the water, you know, like the Dead Sea. And because I didn't realise, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually floating.
You start like your mind starts just sort of working on its own sort of level.
So you lose your, you know, so you can't see, you can't hear anything. You're in this water. And I swear on my life, I had this fucking profound experience of once all my senses shut down, I could hear myself think. But it wasn't thinking, it was vibrating. It was like receiving, and I was like, this is fucking
bizarre. The pineal gland.
Yeah, and it was. Because when I used to get out of my nut back in the day, I used to swear, and I used to joke about it, but secretly I used to experience it, and I'd say, you know when you get so prang out of your nut that you can hear electricity coming through the sockets, and everyone like, and I'd be like, no, I can actually hear it. And I fucking can. And I always knew I was super sensitive. So when I did this thing and shut down all of my senses, I could hear myself transmit or whatever it was. And I swear I had the biggest problem trying to explain what it is I went through. And then I started to experiment with it, thinking positively and negatively, like something really fucking horrible and then something really positive, and it changed noise or whatever
the frequency that you were hearing.
Yeah, and I couldn't, because my ears were under the water, my eyes were completely closed. I couldn't actually hear anything, but whatever it was.
It's mad that you should say that. I was reading the book the other day, and it was talking about how we are 5 sensory human beings. But in order to evolve spiritually, we have to sort of realise that we are taking everything in on a 5 sensory basis.
That's the first rule in Kabbalah. Do not trust the 5 senses.
Well, this is the thing.
1% reality is what we see, touch, hear, feel, and taste.
That's 1% of reality.
1% of reality. The rest, they call it behind the curtain. Well, so, and allegedly, DMT, you know DMT?
I was close.
Spirit molecule, isn't it?
Is if you take that, then instantly you can see how reality really is.
Jay,
and then people,
our minds could not comprehend what reality is.
No.
It couldn't.
But that's when people experience
it's
that.
It's a bandwidth problem. It's a bandwidth problem.
Exactly.
You can't access the information there on a level. It's too much. Like that's why we can only process what we can on this level. If our fucking heads would surely explode, man.
100%.
Like that's what it comes down to. Again, basically for me is meditation, but music within that sphere.
Yeah.
Because for me, I've loved music since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I realised recently that's my way of getting away from all that shit that's trying to fucking infiltrate my mind. Like, you're not good enough, you ain't never going to succeed, you're not good looking boy, all the rest of it. I can forget that shit when I'm listening to See the Sun. You support West Ham.
Yeah.
But I can get away from all that when I'm listening to music and listening to bands.
That's it, yeah, I need to change the battery. Yeah, so that's, 100%. Because when you do put yourself in that environment, then that's when things can change. You have to be aware of what you're exposing yourself to.
Where did your journey come from? Because you just started off on a random one. Like, to anyone else, it might be perceived that you fucking just
lost the plot.
Well, to small-minded people, it could be.
You didn't have to lose in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Sold it, man. Sold it.
Well, So I got into network marketing. So as you probably know, my wife Jade, she is a
I do know Jade.
Yeah?
I do know Jade.
Yeah.
Do you know Jade?
I know Jane.
Do you know Jade?
Not too well.
No. She's the artistic
She's
director.
the artistic.
Yeah, she is the
director.
artistic.
She's got told off by the song. So,
Told him to move the guitar off, she's
Yeah.
blocking it. Like.
Bob, shut up, you prick.
You're not getting a podcast.
You can have some pink
I think
juice.
it's a smart move because you
You
haven't
can
even
have
broke it or
some
nicked
pink
it.
You can have some, okay? Not all of it.
And we're back live.
We're back live.
Yeah, we only got half hour.
So
man.
tell me,
Fucking
Jay.
hell.
So tell me, Jay, how did your journey start?
Yeah, so oh fucking hell! I've
Alright.
only left my champagne up there. What a fuck.
Ah.
I'll
So
go back, I'll go back.
that's all right.
Try it.
As I said, my wife is into network marketing. They are heavily into. Do you know what network marketing is?
No.
So it's essentially, you know, instead of you going to Amazon or going to, you know, it's like we recommend products and stuff to each other every day. It's like, you know, why do we drink the things we do, and you know, so we recommend to each other. So network marketing is.
Influencer.
Well, it's a little bit like that. It's like it's like buying products on a recommendation from other people. So there's products, services, you know. It's like word of mouth.
Right. I see what
So
you mean, yeah.
Jade got involved with a company a while back and really loved the concept. So I got involved with it initially.
Is this the beauty therapy stuff?
Yeah. So she's got Beautify with Jade. So I got involved in that temporarily, and I really loved the concept, but wanted to create my own products. Hence why then I created my own journal to go with. Because I wanted something that could accentuate my journey, because I was getting up and doing the Miracle Morning. So one of Jade's uplines recommended the Miracle Morning. So I read it, really resonated with it, because considering I really find it, you know, difficult to read, read it within 48, 72 hours whilst we were at Sopwell House.
Did ya?
Yeah, and then I was like, do you know what, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to get up and I'm just going to see what happens. Because, you know, everybody says about these things, about meditating, about doing affirmations, about visualizations, and this thing does it all.
Is it not the consistency though? That's the
100%.
thing that I
So
find
get
the
up and do it
problem with.
So I did the 30-day challenge, you know, and today is 513
That's
days.
crazy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that for that.
So I just and I noticed such an uplift in my well-being just from doing it all.
Yeah, man.
That I was like, I'm going to continue to do this, you know, and
If
just
it's
see where I
working,
can
then
take
work
it.
innit?
So within the first 120 days, I designed a journal and say, right, and you know, I bought the official Miracle Morning journal, but it was just like a tick box
And you
exercise.
thought I can make this better if
And
I do it my way. Like.
Yeah, well, it wasn't about making it better. I just wanted to learn more about myself, and I thought to myself,
Through the process.
yeah. So one half of it is like the bits that we do, the savers, which is SAVERS, silence, affirmations, visualizations,
Okay.
exercise, reading,
Yeah.
and then
Writing.
writing. And then on the other side was, what are you learning about yourself? Discovery, resonations, ideas, commitments,
That's deep,
achievements, and celebrations. So celebrating little bits every day, do you know what I mean? Because when you start to be more aware of what you do on a daily basis, you start to recognise your own bullshit.
Yeah.
And then that's where you can
I
actually
was going
change.
to say, on the other
I've
side
got
of the
plenty of that,
spectrum,
mate.
I was going to say, on the other side of the spectrum, I don't think we give ourselves enough credit when we do something well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the type of person that beat myself down for failing to do something, but by the same time, I don't give myself props for doing anything well that I do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of nice to have, I think, do you know the word spiritual has the word ritual in it? And I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what this encompasses, is that there is a ritual to doing this thing.
100%. Yeah.
Where,
And the
that's
days
the
that
same
I
with-
don't do it, I notice a difference.
Yeah,
So for
absolutely.
me, it's just like, well, I need to go
Do you know
and
the other
do this.
day? I think it might have been yesterday when you was feeling a bit ill. You posted a story, and then in the next part of your story, you said, "Did you notice the negative language there?" You said something about
I caught myself.
Yeah, hope
there was no
rather than
commitment.
I'm going to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I was like, "Fucking hell, he's plotted
Yeah,
onto this."
yeah.
Like,
Do you know
Yeah,
what
because whatever I record, I then instantly listen back to, and I was like,
Oh, why am I
holy
saying
shit!
hope
It's like
rather than
I'm
going to
saying
do it?
that, but there's really no intention. And because I've been like getting into life coaching and stuff and coaching my clients, and when they say, "Oh, yeah, I'll try that," and da da da, and there's no, yeah, and it's just
You're
like,
either
well,
talking to yourself into an idea, or you're talking yourself out
Exactly,
of an idea.
yeah,
But do you know
yeah,
what I liked about you the other day, Jane? You was feeling like shit, and you posted that on your story, and I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
the level of
Oh,
realism.
oh, 100%,
You've got to
because
show
I
your
didn't
fear
feel
as well
like
as
I had
your
anything to give, and it is about that honesty of the days when you're off, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I went and like bought
we
donuts,
all
you know
have
what I
them.
mean?
We
And
all
it's
have
like, one of our pals, I love him to bits, he fucking indirected me.
As long as
And
I
it's
had
like,
sausage roll, it'd be alright. Big
like-
up Piers Morgan.
and like one of my pals indirectly was like, practice what you preach, motherfucker. And it's just like, and because I said don't at me, obviously he didn't say, Jay, come on mate, you need to sort yourself out.
Yeah.
You had a fucking sausage and bacon roll yesterday, today you're having donuts.
Yeah.
And I love that about him because he's always
Pulls you
on
out,
me,
yeah.
but yeah. And it's like, you're saying you want to do this thing, Jay, and you're saying that you want to fucking get
Yeah,
ahead.
really.
But you need
That's
to start
a true
living
friend,
it.
though.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a true friend.
Exactly.
Ain't about
It is.
having
And
people
it's
that sit
like,
there.
people that want the best for you when you don't want the best for yourself
Exactly,
is
yeah.
like,
Fucking
even though when it
hell.
hurts, it's like, the
So
can't
it's
get
a bit deep
directed
for a
me.
Saturday
But this is
morning,
what
like-
he'll tell you is that I've been holding these boys back. I've been
I was
holding
getting,
them
I'm
back
frustrated. I was getting so
long.
pent up. I was like, but why are you not letting me do music? Like, not letting me put anything out. You're like, come back to me in 12 months. Like,
I'm 37, do you know what I mean? The boy's 22, like, this one's young,
yeah.
start building.
young Jedi.
Yeah, because sometimes, and I got a bit frustrated trying to do some research, and I was like, I've got fucking nothing to go off.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm just
Down the group chat.
But it has created that thing, and today when I fucking heard you sing, I was like, oh, like when it eventually does go like. And
We're
you do
ready,
start
Jay.
churning out, yeah. Because from what I heard originally, and then hearing that today, I was like,
Do you know what I did?
and then part of me was like, why is this not on the internet?
Do
Why
you
is
know why?
nobody
I'll
seeing
tell you the
this?
reason why. Because when I was in a band, I was so keen to start that I made so many mistakes. You get one chance to make a first impression. The music business is
You wanted it
small.
to be bang on, didn't you?
I ain't going until it's bang on. Like, when I first started putting out music, I went with shit namaste, I went with shit producers. It didn't work. I was putting out a bad reflection of myself. These boys have got to listen to these. I did a video with my top off. I've got to look at that.
I want to see that.
Oh no! It's
Why?
off.
What inspired you?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Give it away, give it away, give it away
It was in a
now.
caravan. It was with a fish, I think.
Yeah, cool.
But the idea was that I don't want these to be making mistakes where they didn't come tunes and go, oh, that could have been better. Or
Yeah,
I could have been proud of that.
Yeah.
I see how long he's worked. I see how long. Ed's,
You want to
like,
get it right the first time
Everyone
round.
in the
do you know what I
band,
mean?
Bill, Stu, Ed, Scotty, they've all paid their dues. They've all done their graft. They've
Yeah.
all done their groundwork.
It's not like we're fucking, you know, like.
they newbies.
But we're not like first time round a fucking
It
circuit,
ain't,
you know what I mean?
and it ain't. Like,
No.
Jay, I've been doing this a long, long time. I've been involved in music 15 years nearly.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't a stupid boy. Like, I see what they've got, and I don't want to sell them short.
No,
I don't
of
want to sell them
course.
short. I said to him the other
Create
day,
that urgency,
like, it's
create
not
that
about,
want,
it's
create
not
that
about
need.
Muhammad going to the mountain. It's about the mountain coming to Muhammad because
A
you've
bit
got.
like with me when I'm putting out my stuff and people coming to
If
me.
you're, it's about attraction, not promotion. If you're
Yeah.
good enough, then you will get the opportunities come your way. If you're good enough, and it's as
Yeah.
simple as that. And I honestly believe, like this kid, like
Yeah,
he's born. I'm quoting Craig David, but the boy's born to do it.
Yeah,
stop.
Wait, but saying that, I really
He's
like
born to
Craig
do it.
David.
Yeah,
Mate,
Like,
that
his
first-
acoustic stuff.
Mate, that first
Have you heard it when he
spawned my
starts
child.
out? I put that on sometimes. That and
That first
gotta get
album's
through
dirty.
this.
Gotta get through it, yeah, man.
Boy, that's my gym.
That's
my
your
gym
jam.
track, but acoustic stuff. I
That's
don't want to
my
go
jam.
hard stuff. I still want that little. Give me the fucking guitar. Give me the guitar.
I had a baby to that first tune.
Good job.
Yeah, of course I did. It was Craig David, man. He had a little nice beard and that. No, but in all,
Hold my champagne.
but in reality, like, can you actually play this tune?
Yeah, of course I can.
Can you? Yeah.
Hold on. Oh no.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Come on,
I
Jay.
can.
Sorry, Bob.
Come on, Jay.
Oh, what is it? No, I don't think
I'll tell you what, I don't know.
The button just gone in his head, didn't it?
Why don't we let the ladies boys play a track?
Yeah, we'll get it.
Oh.
You go ahead.
Oh. No.
He's nearly there.
Oh.
Fucking Craig, mate. That's fucking boss, that is.
No, I've got it now.
Yeah.
If only I can get through this. I'm better get through this. Told you I knew it.
You knew it, mate.
I got there in the end.
You
Took the
got there.
scenic
You
route.
can have your champagne.
Thank you very much.
Took the scenic route.
Took the scenic route. Yeah, so what are you boys going to include any covers in your set?
Well, we was discussing this yesterday because they'd pop round mine.
I always used to look forward to that in Oasis set. See
Yeah.
what they did My Generation, I Am the Walrus.
We've got a good cover of She Bangs the Drums by the Rosie as well.
Yeah.
I have, like, we've not got it down together yet, but I've got a few ideas for covers, man. I like Space and Time by the Verve. I love playing, like, a couple of ideas.
Well, it was yesterday, wasn't it? We was messing about with the notes
Yesterday.
Yeah.
No, it was nearly there. We practiced it,
Yeah.
weren't we? And then at the end, he just chucked in the Beatles. We Can Work It Out, just a verse of it,
Yeah.
and it just fitted in. It was mental, wasn't it? Yeah.
Proper. But yeah, man, I think we're giving up.
Alright, yeah, man. Wicked.
MSI.
What are we going to do?
We're gonna do MSI for you.
Wicked. What does MSI stand for?
Myself and I.
Wicked.
Should really be MSAI, shouldn't it?
Aye.
MSI will do. Let's grab one of them bad boys. Right.
2, 3, 4.
She's got soul in her eyes. I know she knows. I'm feeling high. I feel a little wide of the soul. 'Cause I know. Take me as I am, we'll be fine. She's got soul in that smile. I know she knows. I'm feeling high, I feel a little wide of the soul. 'Cause I know. Take me as I am, we'll be fine. I won't ever chase that buzz again. I ain't got time. I think I should change direction for me, myself, and I can only stand and question the lies you live inside. Now's the time to keep my distance, leave you all behind. time to keep my day. Leave you all behind. I said yeah.
Love it.
What's that tune called?
MSI.
MSI?
Yeah, man.
Me, myself and I, yeah?
No one drinking this one now.
I think that's yours.
That's mine. Go and help yourself though, Jay.
Oh, thank you, mate.
I thought it was
Oh,
no,
sorry,
no,
no.
that's
Compliments to
yours.
the guest and all that.
I forgot to shop and get some more. So that's MSI, yeah?
So that's in the can as well.
Yeah, so
That
wicked.
one's
So you've got that one
recorded
recorded, you've got...
We've done
Take
Taking
Me
Me Over, which is out on the 2nd
We've
of Feb.
done Take Me Over.
We've done MSI as well.
We've done it in
Buffalo
the same
Studios.
sessions we've done.
Props to JB Pelon as well, who's a sick producer. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to say as well,
I checked him out actually as well yesterday.
do you know what? I spent time on tour with him. He's a
Yeah.
fucking dude. He's a French dude. He's the most. He's really laid back, cool character. isn't he?
Yeah,
Good at what he does, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets the best out of you.
Oh,
I'd like to
wicked.
say as well, props to Dan Hare, Hare, Dan Hare for mastering, taking me over as well. We've done a
Yeah,
sick
he's
job
done
on
an
it.
amazing job of that.
So yeah, we're happy, man. We're ready to go. We're ready
Wicked,
we're
wicked.
ready to go.
Cool. So where can everyone catch you? When's the first live gig?
16th of March, good mixer as part of Kick Out the
In
Jams.
Camden, yeah?
Yeah.
Camden Town.
Camden Town, where it all started, isn't it?
Where it all
Homecoming?
started. Yeah, first, well, that's where I'm from.
I saw you as
first
well
time
there
I met you
first
was
time.
Camden
What was
Town, yeah.
that?
Boho, which
Boho.
is literally like 3 or 4 doors down
Remind
from
you of
the
the
mixer.
Who's the dude that does Boho?
Zayed.
Yeah,
Zayed
he
Joseph,
loves you. Yeah, no, it'd be nice to go back to Camden though.
We met first in Camden.
Yeah.
First time I come down, it was like a blind date. Me and
Yeah.
Scott for
Really?
Bill to turn up.
It
Yeah.
was like a blind date. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Alright, boys. That was the first time.
Work
Yeah.
out,
It was like a
right?
blind date.
Carrying a bunch
And
of
I was
powers.
very disappointed when I walked to see his ugly mug.
Oh,
I
he's
thought
going
you were
up,
gonna
boy.
do so Northampton.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I was like, friends, I think he saw you and then left. But now I do. No, it's all worked out really well. Like, I met Bill and Stu. We walked in. I walked into the studios on the 22nd of September. I just straight away, like, you know when you know, Jay. Like, I just knew, like, proper good energy. Sad that they ain't it a day, but you see the full raucous effect of Lanes when you come and see them live. Like,
Yeah.
we've been building this shit for ages. Like, I wouldn't be building this shit and building this shit and building this shit if it was crap. You know what
Part
I
of the
mean?
master plan.
It's part of the master plan. Like, leave them wanting more, and then we're just gonna try and floor pick on the
Yeah.
16th of March. So
That's
if they ain't having it.
commitment to it, leave them wanting more.
Well,
It's all come in it. We started
You know what,
October,
Tony?
didn't we, all of us? So we've grafted through the winter.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
been
Now
great.
everything, literally today, it's all starting to come together.
Yeah. Are you
I
still
feel
in the other band?
2019.
No,
No.
that's
Done, yeah, so
disbanded now, yeah?
us 4 years just cracking on,
Yeah.
and then but the time of year, and then by the time the summer comes around, we should be out there.
Yeah.
They're
A few
ready.
gigs, loads of gigs under the belt, and then that's it. Yeah.
Wicked. And talking about other bands, obviously you've got a few other bands on the roster.
I ain't got a few other bands because do you know what you told me as well? Is to double down on your talents. Like,
100%.
I've got the Kamari,
Yeah.
Kumari. They're different to
I
these
seen him in
boys.
Dalston, didn't I? And I see
Yeah.
him, where else did I
You've
see
seen them a few places.
I've seen
That's
them-
how we hooked
I
up.
see him in Nabucca and I see him in
Nabucca.
Dalston,
They're
man.
dirty, like.
Amazing, man.
They're a sick.
What, so like, you know, when a band's so tight, like,
They're
you can
really
tell
tight.
they know each other inside out, man.
They've known
Yeah.
each other for long. Like they're a psychedelic act. Like
Quality band.
I've got stuff going on all the time, Jay. It's like hard to try to spread myself. Like I couldn't do any more. Like
No.
I certainly wouldn't. Like initially, the idea was to take on the Kamari.
I'll say before we do this, big shout out to Bob's, Jamie, Bill, Scotty, everyone who's been involved in
Yes,
this.
boys. Cheers, boys.
Got it, boys.
Major shout out to
That's
Jamie
that
for starting
gratitude.
this podcast, man, and giving
That's
us the
that
platform.
gratitude.
This one's taking me over.
2, 3, 4.
1, 2.
Go on, boys. Enjoy it. I smell bacon. Yeah, so can I. What bacon sarnies on the front?
What is it?
Got my heart set on anywhere but here, and I've got ringing inside my brain. I got my heart set on anywhere but here, and I've got ringing inside my brain. Yeah, yeah. When your life is upside down, ain't no fool, I ain't no clown. It's never easy when you shout but make no sound. You ain't lost and you are found. I got my heart set on anywhere but here, and I've got ringing inside my brain. I got my heart set on anywhere but here, and I've got ringing inside my brain. Say yeah, it's never easy when your life is upside down. Ain't no fool, I ain't no clown. It's never easy when you shout but make no sound. You ain't lost and you are found. Say now you're taking me over, breaking me down. Yeah, you're taking me over, breaking me down. Yeah, you're taking me over, breaking me down. I said you're taking me over, breaking me down. Yeah, yeah. It's never easy when your life is upside down. Ain't no fool, I ain't no clown. It's never easy when you shout but make no sound. You ain't lost and you are found. Yeah, you're taking me over, breaking me down. Taking me over, breaking me down. Yeah, you're taking me over, breaking me down. Yeah, you're taking me over. Yeah, you're breaking me down.
Hey, yes.
Lions.
Hey!
Guys,
Hold the Jones in respect.
good stuff, see.
Nice
Let's
one.
get out.
Oh, nice one.
Next time.
I'll tell
Till
you what,
next time.
I've never needed a piss more than what I need right in my life like that. So
I got
Yes,
no
G.
more, man.
We clear.